Have you ever felt like you just need a full-time job, just to keep up with what's happening in AI?
Oh, absolutely.
It's genuinely moving at warp speed.
Right. The developments come so fast, it feels like a blur sometimes.
That's precisely why we're here today, really.
Yeah.
We've taken this huge stack of recent AI news, these groundbreaking tools and all the big discussions.
And our mission, essentially, is to distill it all down.
Exactly. Down to the most important nuggets of knowledge for
Yes,
you.
That's right. Our goal with this deep dive, cut through all that noise,
Yeah.
give you a really comprehensive understanding of where AI stands, like right now.
Everything from the giants.
The industry giants, yeah, to the newest tools popping up.
And the big questions, too.
Crucially, yeah, the big questions we're all grappling with.
So this is about giving you the insights you need.
To feel genuinely well-informed. And, we'll probably uncover some surprising facts along the way, too, things you might have missed.
Absolutely. We've pulled from a really diverse set of sources here. Everything from major industry reports, big announcements,
New research.
cutting-edge research. Yeah, and those really thought-provoking discussions that are kind of shaping what's next.
Okay.
Okay, so let's unpack this incredibly dynamic landscape.
Let's do it.
So, kicking things off with just the sheer scale of the AI industry right now, it's just explosive.
It really is.
We're seeing some massive open source moves,
Yeah.
global players, Baidu's ERNIE 4.5, for example.
Yeah, right, and models like Hunyuan A13B, DeepMind's AlphaGenome, they've all gone open source.
So from your perspective, what's the deeper significance there beyond just, democratizing access?
Well, it's a truly significant strategic shift. I mean, this isn't just about making it available.
Okay.
It's a calculated chess move, really. By open sourcing, these giants are essentially weaponizing the collective intelligence
Weaponizing. How so?
of the global developer community. They speed up innovation within their own ecosystems.
Ah, I see. So they potentially outmaneuver the purely proprietary models?
Exactly. Even while giving away the recipe, let's say, they're building these massive network effects.
Right. And we're seeing firms like Cohere expanding too, right? Like in Montreal.
We are. Cohere's expansion really solidifies Canada's reputation in AI. And China's even launched an open source AI heatmap to track their own domestic innovation.
That's a fascinating take on the competitive landscape. And the money pouring into the sector is just staggering.
Unbelievable amounts.
I've heard it described as an AI Manhattan Project scale of ambition.
Rough feels all right.
Like OpenAI and Oracle,
Right.
they just inked that landmark $30 billion annual cloud contract.
$30 billion a year just to fuel projects like Stargate data center expansions.
And Oracle itself is investing $25 billion into its infrastructure.
That's right.
What does an investment of that magnitude, what does it truly signal about the future of AI infrastructure?
Well, what's fascinating is the sheer intense demand for compute power.
Right.
That kind of investment signals an all-out race, building the foundation for the next era of tech.
So that's why Oracle and OpenAI are looking at, like, Wyoming for a huge data center. Power-hungry stuff.
Exactly. It's about transforming entire regions into tech and AI hubs.
But that also highlights the challenges, doesn't it?
It absolutely underscores the infrastructure challenges.
Yes.
And, crucially, the growing environmental questions.
Energy consumption.
The enormous energy consumption of these systems, yeah.
Okay, so against this backdrop of massive infrastructure needs, innovation in AI tools is just exploding.
It really is.
Let's switch gears then. Dive into some of the exciting new platforms.
Okay.
Hugging Face's FineWeb2.
Yeah.
This massive, high-quality data set, multilingual, tailored for global research.
Yeah, that's a big one. And Agentic's platform, newly open-sourced, lets developers quickly package any LLM service as a product.
A monetizable product, right, with integrated billing.
Exactly. That sounds like a potential game changer for actually commercializing AI services.
It does.
And what's fascinating is this clear focus on, practical application. Commercialization.
Like in image editing.
Precisely. Take Higgsfield's Inpaint. It's delivering really advanced, aesthetically consistent results.
Wow.
But it's not just creative tools. We're seeing foundational infrastructure breakthroughs, too, like CoreWeave rolling out the NVIDIA GB300 NVL72.
Setting new standards for AI inference speeds.
Exactly. And for specific tasks like video data, AllTracker is raising the bar for point tracking accuracy.
And there are tools like VibeKit, secure sandboxes for coding agents.
And Mirage Dynamics Labs' AI native game engine. That one truly empowers real-time user-generated content.
User-generated content with AI.
Yeah.
in real time. That's wild.
It is pretty wild.
What are the implications there for creators, artists, when tools can do that on the fly?
That's a huge question.
And for developers, I saw Cogen for Jira automates ticketing for large dev teams. That's a big productivity boost.
Huge. And Rapid API's Agentic also simplifies commercializing LLM-based services.
So it really feels like we're moving beyond just building AI to building this whole ecosystem around making AI accessible and profitable.
You're spot on.
Yeah.
And beyond the specific tools, we're seeing really impressive advancements in the large language models themselves.
Like Baidu's ERNIE 4.5 again.
Right. And Arcee's AFM 4.5B preview, new releases from Hugging Face like OpenR1, smolagents, SmolVLM2.
Offering developers advanced generative and task-specific capabilities.
Mm-hmm. But what's particularly noteworthy, I think, is how smaller, more specialized models.
Smaller models.
Yeah. Through innovative approaches like reinforcement learning, fine-tuning, look at Osmosis Apply 1.7b, they're now actually surpassing larger counterparts on specific targeted tasks.
Huh. That's a fascinating shift. Does this mean the whole bigger is better mantra for LLMs is like fundamentally flawed?
Or maybe just...
Or are we just seeing a split in strategy?
It seems like efficiency is becoming just as important as raw size.
Yeah. The Polaris 4B model, for instance, it's now MLX compatible.
Which is a big deal for developers on Apple Silicon.
Right. Makes it easier to optimize for specific hardware, run faster, more efficiently, even on your Mac.
It definitely suggests a more nuanced understanding is emerging. Larger models still have their place, sure, for general tasks.
But specialized, efficient models can really excel.
Exactly. And on the more fundamental research side, scientists have discovered something pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
A small set of what they call superweights. Think of them like foundational pillars holding up a massive building.
Okay.
They're absolutely critical to how these large language models perform.
So just removing one.
Just removing one of these key pillars can drastically degrade the entire output.
Wow. So that could lead to smarter optimization techniques, more efficient AI.
That's the idea, paving the way.
That kind of deep understanding of how LLMs really function is crucial.
It really is.
Okay, digging into features. Usability and transparency are really being pushed forward now.
Seems like it.
Anthropic's API now supports robust Arcee citations, retrieval augmented generation.
Yes, clear source attribution in AI tools.
Which is a huge step towards building trust, right?
Building trust and accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're becoming paramount. Absolutely.
And Llama Index integrated Anthropic stuff too.
That's right. Tool calling, automated citation generation.
Yeah.
Directly improving transparency for developers building apps.
And Cursor enhanced its platform productivity features, but also local LLM support.
Local support for LLMs from the Hugging Face ecosystem, yeah.
Okay.
That facilitates greater privacy, greater speed in code analysis.
Addresses those data security concerns head on.
It does. Interestingly, though, even with these advances, the Gemma 3 and Vision model had that temporary setback, a MobileNet v5 encoder bug.
Ah, so it just reminds us, development still faces technical challenges. Needs ongoing refinement.
Exactly. Real-world bumps in the road.
Okay, switching gears slightly, educational resources. It's clear the field is prioritizing making complex AI concepts more accessible.
Definitely seeing that push.
That comprehensive AI Evils FAQ, widely used resource, it's been published as an enhanced PDF now.
Right, all about demystifying evaluation, providing actionable tips for teams navigating this evolving model landscape.
Making it usable.
Absolutely. And beyond static resources, we're seeing a push for practical learning opportunities.
Like courses.
Upcoming courses, yeah. Like Jeremy Howard and John Whitaker showcasing that notebook-inspired Solve It tool.
Showing developers how to get hands-on experience, software development, AI model evaluation.
It's all about equipping the workforce.
Right.
Giving them the skills needed for this rapidly changing landscape.
Okay, now let's talk about the cool stuff, the showcases, the demos.
Yeah, the fun part.
Weaviate's Verba app demonstrated secure, IP-compliant AI handling of sensitive healthcare data.
Which suggests massive potential for medical research. That's a significant leap forward.
Huge. And a Hugging Face space now lets you do real-time, head-to-head testing of compact vision language models on your own images.
That's pretty neat, yeah.
Seeing these things in action.
It really is. And beyond the theoretical, we're seeing these technologies put to the test in really compelling ways.
Like AllTracker's demo.
AllTracker's public demo highlighted those breakthroughs in video point tracking accuracy.
And the Mirage game engine demo?
Fundamentally changed how content can be generated, letting users experience real-time AI-powered game creation.
It's just mind-bending.
And we're seeing state-of-the-art performance and efficiency across the board. Vision language models, patient data tools, AI caption generators like Caption Creator Pro.
Speaking of performance, Google's VO3 AI video generator, it's available globally now.
Yes, letting anyone generate these hyper-realistic, sound-integrated videos just from text prompts.
Wow. And it features watermarking for transparency.
It does, which sets new standards in creative content, definitely.
But also
opens up that whole new conversation about deepfake detection.
Absolutely. It highlights the broader implications, doesn't it?
It really does. And Google's also rolled out an offline AI app for Android, AI Edge Gallery.
Offline. So you can generate images, write code, get smart replies without internet.
Exactly. Processing everything locally, good for privacy, great for accessibility.
That's a significant step towards democratizing AI, especially where connectivity is limited.
A really big step.
What's fascinating here, I think, is just the sheer breadth of AI's impact across different sectors. Alibaba, for instance, they introduced their new multimodal AI, Quenvilo, outperforms previous models in image generation.
Right.
And their Damo Academy launched an AI tool that actually surpasses human experts in early gastric cancer detection.
That's incredible, surpassing human experts.
Plus, they're partnering to automate manga production in Japan. Talk about cross-sector innovation.
It truly begs the question, doesn't it, about the very nature of expertise.
Yeah.
If AI can surpass human experts in specific diagnostic tasks, what does that mean for human roles?
Exactly. And this brings us to those broader discussions shaping the AI conversation.
The bigger picture stuff.
Commentators are urging leading machine learning conferences like NeurIPS, ICML
to adopt formal tracks for critiques and refutations.
Why? To improve peer review, scientific rigor.
Precisely. Keep things honest and scientifically sound in the research community. It seems vital.
Okay. And then you have figures like Microsoft's AI lead, Mustafa Suleyman,
predicting a future dominated by personal chatbots as interfaces.
AI transforming everything. Medicine, computing.
But there's a strong counter-narrative, too.
Right. Experts cautioning that AI augmentation won't just imminently replace human programmers.
Comparing software careers to crafts. Resilient to automation.
So how do you reconcile those two very different predictions, augmentation versus replacement?
Well, it highlights that tension, right? While some roles might be significantly impacted or augmented, the sources suggest that the core of complex problem-solving, creativity, especially in fields like software development, that will remain human-centric. For now, at least.
But we are seeing AI accelerate things like drug discovery.
Definitely. Advances in atomic-level modeling. That's a clear example of AI enhancing, not replacing, human capabilities at the cutting edge of science.
Okay. We've also seen some really interesting discussions about AI's societal implications.
Big impact question.
A new MIT study warns that heavy use of AI tools might actually erode critical thinking, problem-solving abilities.
That's a significant one.
Urging users to balance AI adoption with, traditional cognitive activities. For mental health.
Yeah, that's a significant red flag for me, too.
It signals a critical need for thoughtful integration, doesn't it? Not just wholesale adoption.
Absolutely. And there's also this significant regulatory divide emerging.
Oh, sure.
Between Europe versus the U.S., mainly. European regulators are moving fast, classifying generative AI tools in healthcare as medical devices.
While the U.S. FDA
has been slower. They hadn't issued clear guidelines despite mounting evidence of AI errors, though it seems they've just released major draft guidance now.
Mandating rigorous oversight for AI medical diagnostics.
Yes, which is critical.
Yeah.
That regulatory gap, or how it closes, could significantly shape the global future of AI-powered healthcare.
That's a critical move for patient safety, for sure. And copyright, that's another huge one.
Massive. Disney and NBC Universal filing that landmark lawsuit against Midjourney.
Accusing it of widespread copyright infringement, creating images of iconic characters.
Exactly. The outcome of that one.
Wow. It could set crucial legal precedents for AI-generated content. Reshape IP rights across the whole tech industry.
It really raises a fundamental question, doesn't it, about the very foundation these generative models are built on.
Training data.
If training data includes copyrighted material, where does the IP lie? It's a huge debate.
And it extends beyond entertainment, right?
Oh, yeah. Similar questions with reports of students in China using sophisticated AI tools.
To generate essays that evade plagiarism and AI detection systems.
Intensifying that cat-and-mouse game in education.
Wow. And on the security front, That's another battleground.
Definitely. Cloudflare is deploying advanced machine learning algorithms to counter these increasingly sophisticated AI bots.
Protecting websites against fraud, service disruptions.
And Tracer AI released Tracer Protect for ChatGPT to combat brand fraud, impersonation.
Which tells you how pervasive these new threats are becoming.
It's quite sobering. A recent study even found AI search assistants like ChatGPT and Perplexity.
What, directing users to phishing sites?
Often, yeah. Over 1/3 of suggested login URLs in their test expose people to scams.
That's terrifying.
It underscores the urgent need for enhanced cybersecurity. Criminals are using AI now to craft these highly realistic fake login pages.
So sophisticated they can fool security experts.
That's the claim. If we connect this to the bigger picture, as AI gets more powerful, so do the threats it enables.
A constant arms race.
Exactly.
And speaking of internal dynamics, there's even drama within the AI companies themselves.
Oh, yeah.
OpenAI announced a one-week company shutdown in July to combat employee burnout.
After intense 80-hour work weeks, apparently.
That really spotlights the soaring workplace demands, the shifting priorities in this race for AI talent.
Especially as Meta is aggressively recruiting OpenAI's top researchers for their superintelligence projects.
Offering multi-million-dollar bonuses.
Reportedly, yes. This talent war just speaks to the immense value placed on AI expertise and the pressure inside these leading companies.
It highlights a critical, often overlooked aspect, doesn't it?
It's not just about the tech. It's about human capital, employee well-being in this hyper-competitive environment.
Wow. Okay. We've covered a massive amount of ground in this deep dive, haven't we?
We really have. A whirlwind tour.
From those strategic shifts in open source AI, the AI Manhattan Project infrastructure deal.
Right, to the intricate new tools enhancing everything from image editing to game engines.
And those critical debates around ethics, human-AI interaction, the landmark legal battles over copyright.
Yeah.
You truly have received, I hope, a condensed, powerful knowledge boost from diving into these sources with us today.
Absolutely. The sources just reveal a field in constant, almost dizzying motion, where every breakthrough seems to raise new questions, new possibilities. We see this duality playing out everywhere.
Like AI's promise to cut global carbon emissions.
By optimizing resource use, versus Meta's AI climate tool facing criticism for maybe overstating CO2 removal claims.
Or the productivity gains, BBVA empowering its workforce with Google Gemini, ChatGPT.
Saving employees nearly 3 hours weekly. That's huge.
Contrasted with that MIT study flagging cognitive risks from relying too much on AI.
Exactly. And then there's the innovation versus copyright concern, now front and center in the courts.
It's a truly transformative moment we're in. So if AI is rapidly changing everything, how we work, create, power cities, fight disease, this raises an important question, I think. What previously human-exclusive domain will be the next frontier, the next thing AI completely reshapes in a way we can barely even imagine today?
That's the big question to ponder. There's always more to learn, and understanding the nuances of AI will be absolutely key to navigating this future.
Yeah.
Critical thinking is just essential in this world of information overload.